Morning. It's morning. Aren't we happy that it's morning? Today's Wednesday. Today's anti-procrastination day or meal day or partial desk day or however you're going to look at it. And any way you cut it, you're still in meals today. So meals start with budget. You need to know how much money you have to know how much food you can get. If you're new to meal planning, just think a couple days out. Or think about the meat that you want to have. Or get everybody to write down their favorite meals, and that's what you cook. Yesterday, I'm pulling out a chuck roast, and I was like, okay, do you want shredded beef tacos? Or do you want shredded barbecue beef? Or do you want shredded Italian beef? And the response was, no, I don't want any of those. And I said, okay, what do you want? I don't care. No, see, that's not an option. You can't tell me no and then tell me I don't care. So he's getting tacos because that's what I want to make. So start with just something. I need to do better on lunches. I just have been figuring we'll grab whatever we have. I've always got lettuce. We'll make a salad. I need to get more specific. So this week, not only am I going to work on getting dinner, but I'm also going to work on lunches. Breakfast, those are no brainer. They just happen. We've always got eggs. We've always got meat. We've always got potatoes. So they just happen. So, all right. Also, today you're doing a detail vacuuming session. Now, that technically means that you're going under things, you're moving things and stuff like that. You're getting the corners, the edges, and all those wonderful things. However, don't move stuff if it's going to hurt you. No, don't do that. This is about helping you and helping your home, not about you getting hurt. So, I didn't grab little Jensen. He's not there on his perch today. The tea just isn't doing it today. We're going to keep sucking water. All right, so now we've got that plan. And don't spend all day on meals either. That's not the point. That is so not the point. But before we do any of it, we need to be dressed to shoes. So let's make sure that that happens. Okay? First, before anything else happens, we need to be dressed to shoes, hair and face, whatever that means. At least brush your hair, stick it up in a ponytail. It's going to be another hot day today, so this will probably end up in a ponytail. Moisturizer, sunscreen, whatever you put on your face, it doesn't have to be makeup, okay? After that, let's look at our meals for today, our goals, and our intention. So, let me move this. I'll just grab it. There we go. I'll just grab it. My pencil has seen better days, but I love my pencil. So, today, goals. Well, I need to make taco shells. Need to make a phone call. And I need to make another phone call. Pack lunch, which is a given. Oh, that's right. We needed the vacuum. And next month, prep, because I take my dairy sweet time with it. All right. And then, so that is where I'm physically headed today. Your goals are where you're physically going to go to accomplish something to make you feel successful in the day. Notice they don't have to be big things. They can be very, very little. A phone call is very, very little. Doesn't have to be, I'm going to organize my bedroom closet. I think today I'm going to go with empathy. That's what I'm going to go with today. All right. So now our intention is where we're mentally headed today. Okay. That's how we're going to approach situations that happen in our day, is through empathy. For me, it could be patience, it could be understanding, it could be calm, it could be happy, it could be joy, whatever you pick. Oh, that's what that stuff is. Okay. The cracker crumbs I had just like Make, or the breadcrumbs I had just like Make yesterday in his water bottle. Oh, let's get this typed in. So intention, goals, meals. For meals, we're doing shredded beef tacos tonight with rice and beans. And then lunch, salad. And there we go. All right, that works. Your core, stay stable and help keep things together. By doing these 6, it helps. Any one of them falls off and it's a little more of a struggle. So these first things that we do, if that's all you get done, then that's a good foundation for it. Okay? So your 6 things are to eat, drink your water, and very important, especially, why does core 6 always come up twice? Especially in these warmer days. Sleep. I got enough sleep yesterday, but I don't feel like I did. So I need to take a look at that. Meds, if you take them, pamper yourself and move. Okay? So pamper can be anything. Yep, that's going to be my only cup of tea today, unless I do it over ice. As long as it feeds your soul, that is what pamper is for. Pamper is what feeds this. Food feeds the body and the mind. Pamper feeds your soul. Well, I guess the soul is anywhere, but pamper feeds your soul. Okay, and then movement. We don't want to be stationary in our lives. Movement does not mean you have to go out, morning, Sheena, and run a 5-minute mile. Okay? Movement can be doing arm exercises during a commercial. It can be holding a plank, doing a commercial. It can be doing yoga. It could be bike riding. It could be going for a walk. It can be anything. It can be house cleaning. So those 6 things help you be able to give to others, receive from others, and be able to keep a strong inner self and outer self. So plan your calendar. That's next. Trying something different. I still like how I have everything laid out with my weekly plan and everything else like that. But I'm going to also write in my sessions for today. We're going to see if that helps me feel a little more stable. Plus, there were some changes to today, so I need to keep reminding myself of those changes. So, my day is now planned. So, any appointments you have, there aren't a lot of events going on, but there are dance recitals and stuff like that people are getting very creative on how they're doing it. So make sure you have anything that requires your attention for the day written down. Okay? Remember, this was just us. We're about to hit the kids. That can actually go away. Kids Day is up next. So in my son's day, I make sure he has his basic core needs, what he needs to do as a good citizen in our home, and what needs to be done with schoolwork. So as we run through it, that is a really yucky marker. That one is not much better. My son is so hard on these markers. Oh. Please be decent. Oh well. AM. Nope, I don't like that one. We'll go with one of the first ones that I pulled. Works. AM. So he needs to have breakfast. There's his meal. He needs to have his vitamins, his meds. Then he needs to wash his face and brush his teeth. Obviously floss and mouthwash, but all right. Now we'll hit school with a decent marker. School, there will always be a school because he will still be doing a little bit of work throughout the summer because I want to keep his brain active. So he needs to do Alex, but he still has 2 weeks left of school. Matific, well, now a week and a half. Alex, Matific, eSpark, and then eSpark for reading, and then Quill. And then for turn-in work, he only has science and economics. He got everything else finished yesterday. I'm very proud of him. For noon, he needs to pick up. Then he needs to have lunch. So the pickup is part of what makes him a good citizen in this home. He needs to pick up, he needs to have lunch, and he needs to do his movement there. For PM, we need to have dinner. He needs to pick up. He needs to read. He needs to do his face and his mouth. And his box, because I think he's putting some stuff in there, so we'll just make sure he checks it. Then we have his water. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And his milk. If I can spell milk. Because he has a very hard time with the liquids. He never likes to drink liquids. Well, obviously, he would eat an entire watermelon to get his liquid that he needs for the day. But for him to actually drink water is hard, which is why he keeps going through he's bordering on dehydration. So, but yet, mom can't get enough water. Oh, I know they don't watch because they don't know who I am. They don't know who he is. But I want to say thank you to the family that was so sweet yesterday that gave him 3 bottles of water and a bag of ice. That was so unbelievably kind. And I want to thank you personally. Our thermostat or thermometer read that it was 100. His van thermostat read thermometer, whatever it is, temperature gauge read that it was 104 in his van yesterday. So to that family, I thank you. Now, we need to make sure that we make the bed. Kids can make their beds too. It's one and done. It's quick. It's easy. We don't have to think about it for the rest of the day. And then you hit all the psychology that goes with it. Makes the room look cleaner. Helps us know that we can accomplish things. Anything you want to throw in there, make the bed. Like I said, it's one and done. Your pickup, put away. Once again, should we do something as simple as put things away where they belong when we're done with them? We don't have to worry about pick up, put away. The challenge then becomes to make everybody else in the home do it. It also becomes a challenge when things don't have a home or don't have a consistent home. So as you're going through and you're picking things up and decluttering and doing all this stuff, if you don't know for sure where it needs to go, think about the room that it would be the most productive in, and at least have it find a temporary home in that room, because that will at least get it out from where it doesn't belong. Okay? And you can set a 2-minute timer 3 times a day. Or as you're walking, you can say, hey, that doesn't belong here. That belongs in the bedroom. That doesn't belong here. That belongs in the bathroom. Ooh, that doesn't belong in the bathroom. That belongs in the living room. I don't know why there would be anything in the bathroom for the living room, but kids, adults, things happen. So just make sure you're setting that timer 2 minutes. We're doing it throughout the day to where you're picking things up, you're putting them away, you're hitting those spots to where if you put something down, it's going to grow. It's going to get huge. It can go from one piece of paper at the beginning of or clean, and then you lay down one piece of paper, and by the end of the day, there's like 40 sheets of paper, a toy truck, a hairbrush, and a drill. Because I'm looking at his impact wrench. So keep that stuff in mind. Notice where those spaces happen. I'm sure they're screaming to you most of the day. So just notice where those things happen, and then you'll be more apt to keep an eye on those. Okay? Great. Swish and swipe. Another one and done. That takes a shorter amount of time than even making the bed. Even doing a 2-minute pickup put away. All you're doing is cleaning the spots off the sink. You're cleaning the spots off the mirror. You are cleaning the top of the toilet and swishing out the bowl. 2 minutes. Now, if you have multiple bathrooms and everybody uses those bathrooms, then just make sure you use each bathroom throughout the day to do it. Don't make a special trip into the bathroom to do this. Please don't. This is about making your life easier, not adding more to your to-do list. When you're in the bathroom, going to the bathroom, because if you're drinking your water, then you're going to be going to the bathroom more. So just make sure that you do those simple things. Don't make it harder. The biggest thing that I hear all the time is it can't be that simple. Yes, it truly is. Don't overcomplicate things. Things in life can be that simple and work. So stop complicating things. It is as simple, and it can take the least amount of time as going in there for under 2 minutes and getting the swish and swipe done. That is possible. Okay? Beautiful. Next up, laundry. We're going to change these around tomorrow because I want to. My laundry and my swish and swipe are intertwined because my laundry room is in my bathroom. And if we ever get a different house, I'm going to miss losing that because I love that. Start a load of laundry, then dry the load of laundry another time, and get the full cycle done. Okay? Doesn't matter where you start. I usually end up drying my clothes at night, and then I fold and put away during the day. Then when he gets home, I start another load of wash, and then I fold and I put away in the morning. So it's how it works for you and your family. Okay? If you don't have a lot of laundry, you can do towels on one day and this on another day and that on another day. Just make it work for you. Okay? All right. Meal prep goes with cleaning the kitchen. Why do we meal prep? Hold on. Typing. Why do we meal prep? Well, to make sure we eat our food throughout the day. I mean, today is a slow cooker meal, so I'll have that puppy on probably within the next hour because the chuck roast is still frozen, which is great because I love cooking from frozen. It helps make sure that we will eat what we should be eating because it's way simple to grab a bag of chips or grab the thing of cookies or whatever. That's not healthy because they certainly convenience package unhealthy things, right? I mean, let's face it, they do. So we need to convenience package and convenience prep the healthy stuff. The pretzels with hummus, the chips with hummus, the veggies with hummus, apples with peanut butter, pre-cut the salad. I cut my salad each day because I don't want to give it a chance to get brown. So, like when I get my head, I'll cut off part of it, leave the other part whole, and then stick it back in the fridge. That way it keeps it good. They usually don't last very long, about 3 days total in my home. Cut the cucumbers up if they can last with the hummus around. So getting anything like cutting up the vegetables and stuff like that to go with the dinner tonight, all of those things are important steps to help you maintain a smooth day. Get the spices ready. Exactly. Last night, I made orange chicken, white rice, cream cheese wontons, buffet Asian green beans, and then I made a sauce for them. So I made sure that everything that went into the orange chicken sauce was already set up. So all I had to do was dump it into the pan. I had the chicken cut up and soaking in the cornstarch and egg white mixture. So all I had to do was dump it in the hot oil. That pot is still sitting on my stove. Um, Same thing with the green beans. I got all the liquid spices in one little container so I could just dump it on the green beans, which made my life super simple last night in making that meal. Now, orange chicken is not complicated. There's just many, many steps that go with it, like most Chinese cuisine. But I love Chinese cuisine. My honey does not like Chinese cuisine at all. But yesterday was my dad's birthday. My dad and I always go to the Chinese buffet when we go out. Obviously, that's not happening this year. I didn't even get to see my dad on his birthday. So I decided to make Chinese to have at home. I have never seen my child ask for more green beans than he did. That kiddo ate well yesterday. I asked him on a scale of 1 to 5, 5 being the best, 1 being the worst, where would he put my meal? And he gave me a 50. He said, "This tastes just like Panda Hut, only better." I was like, well, okay then. Thank you, Pioneer Woman. Y'all should have known that one was coming. So when you get everything you can get ready for the day, it will help you to get things done and not say, I don't feel like doing all that prep work. Let's just go to McDonald's. Let's order a pizza. Let's do this. Let's do that. It will help you have the better meals. Because even if you're making homemade hamburger helper, which I do quite frequently, that's not the healthiest, right? If opposed to maybe making a salad or, whatever. But it's way healthier than buying the box version. And kids will eat it. So that's what I like with it, because I try to cook healthy, but there's no point in cooking healthy if nobody's going to eat it. If I made a meal of some of my favorite vegetarian meals and low calorie meals and stuff like that, I would be the only one who ate it. Well, what is the point of that? Minus me getting something to eat. There's no point in that. My job is to feed my family. So, my honey loves his red meat. We're going to have red meat more than we're going to have chicken. It's just a fact. So, cooking healthy is great if everybody in the household will eat it. So, I'm trying to let my wrist dry out. So, I take the steps throughout the day that help you have a more productive day. I mean, cooking in the kitchen is amazing. Cooking in the kitchen with kids is even more amazing. But if they actually help get everything ready, that's even better. Just Zach says last night, he says, "Can we go to the store tomorrow?" I said, "What for?" He's like, "I want to get the stuff that Alton Brown used on his YouTube video to make the Rice Krispie treats." I said, "Well, we'll see. Because if it's 100 degrees again, we are not walking to the store. No way. We are not walking a mile there, walking a mile back just to get, what do we need? Irish butter and another bag of marshmallows. No, not happening. Don't think so. Besides, I want my walk to make him. He used his walk. I want my walk. So, that being said, I want you guys to have an amazing day. Give yourself grace. Give yourself patience. Patience to the children. Patience to the husbands. That's a great thing for them to do. And it teaches them math. Sure does. Sure does. Like if we need a tablespoon, I'll give them a teaspoon and I'll tell them to figure it out. I certainly will. I will go lower, so then he's got to figure out how many of the one that I gave him he needs to come up with what we need. I know, I'm a mean mom. But I needed to prove my point that if he loves cooking so much, math is essential. When I cook or when I bake, I use the metric system constantly because I weigh everything out in grams. So you have to convert from pounds and ounces to grams. And then you can get the base for like a cup of flour. Well, now you need to divide it up as to how much you need and then add everything up, like if you need 2.5 cups of flour. So I had to prove to him that in the kitchen, math is essential. Making my hamburger buns. Instead of making 8 buns like the recipe calls for, I make cutting it in half again was too much. The buns were too small. So, and I could tell just by them sitting on the pan. So I did 12, I believe. And I had him see how then you need to adjust cooking time too, because now the mass is smaller, so it's going to cook quicker. You can use almost every single subject in the kitchen, which is why to me, cooking with children is so utterly important. You can use social studies too, economics, all that wonderful stuff. Economics comes in when you're building your grocery list and doing your budget for it. The origin of the foods that you're cooking. How did we get them? Obviously, reading. Reading is a no-brainer when it comes to cooking in the kitchen if you're following a recipe. Math is in there. Art is in there because you need to make it look appetizing on the plate in order for people to eat it. The kitchen is your school. So maybe instead of having him do that stuff, maybe I'll just make him cook with me 3 days a week. Or make him cook one meal by himself. I'll be here to help with the hot stuff, but that would be a good way to do it. I'm going to have to think on that. So, but that being said, you guys have a great day. Enjoy what you have. Stay safe and stay sane. And I will see you all tomorrow morning. Bye.